Visit GoArmy.com and learn about 150 different career opportunities available now. Esports and the U.S. Army working together to make things better. We're back here at the Esports Stadium Arlington, right here in Arlington, Texas. I'm Corey Dunn. I'm joined here with Jonathan O. And all the way in Fort Knox, we've got 8-Track. 8-Track, how's it going, brother?
It's going. How you guys doing?
Good. We have we were doing some we were totaling up the number of maps that we've casted in this tournament. We've done 81 maps in this tournament in a 12-day span. We've done 81 maps. We missed one map today, and it was just because of the scheduling. We had to. I didn't want to. It was it hurt my heart there, 8-Track, that I didn't want to give up that one map. So the tournament itself, we've had 82 maps in this entire tournament, and we have casted 81 of them. And so that's pretty crazy, which brings us into our next one, which is going to be great. But so let's go ahead and take a look at the schedule and where this has been and where we're going to end up in our final matchup of the day. The very top of the day, we started with Kennesaw versus Pittsburgh. That one went the distance. Hey, 8-Track, you missed a really good one. The very first map went into an overtime. The very third map went into overtime. That one ended up 2-1 in favor of Kennesaw. Then after that, we had the matchup between Purdue and Northeastern. We ended up, because of those two overtimes, we ended up having a very, very long best of three. And so at that point, Northeastern was playing against Purdue, and they lost the first map 16-2. That's why we missed it. We tried to. We saw a couple glimpses. We showed it during the map, the third map there from Kennesaw and Pittsburgh, and then we hopped on board with the final map there from Purdue and Northeastern. But that was a 2-0 scoreline in favor of Purdue. And then that took us to our next game, which we just now watched. That was UConn versus St. Clair. That one went the distance. As well, and I believe I think I missed something, because we did have a double overtime as well. I think that was the Purdue versus Northeastern matchup. So we've seen 3 overtimes today, and then of course you saw there with UConn and St. Clair just a moment ago. That one ending in a 2-1 victory for St. Clair. That brings us to we're now in our top 8, John. We're in our top 8 right now, which we're about to see our very first winter bracket semifinals. And that's going to be RMU versus VCU. Let's go ahead and introduce these teams. Starting off for RMU, they had some really, really good games. And they've sent down some teams that were pretty good for the most part. Well, at least that is kind of showed how they were. This is the matchup where we saw they were playing against UConn themselves. They won that game 16-2. So maybe we learned a little bit more about UConn. Maybe Inferno is not their thing. Maybe UConn has a very slippery slope. We'll see. But we're seeing just glimpses of what RMU is all about. They were aggressive. They were in your face. They were just crazy. They were a really good team to be able to watch. They had zero respect for any teams that they've played so far in this tournament. But there's your lineup. You've got Welshie, you've got Dragio, Reality, Retro Q, and Spermy here, John.
Yeah, if you were looking for something exciting, 8-Track, you came to the right spot. So we know that UCF has been able to impress you, but this roster that we're looking at here, I mean, their shots and their crosshair placements, you're in for something. You're in for something special, 8-Track, as these guys, as you said it, Corey, they are disrespectful and they are impressive.
John, I went down and I opened presents too early. And you'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. Let's go ahead and introduce their opponent, VCU. And so here's Virginia Commonwealth University. And we can see here's Wolf Eye. Man, Wolf Eye was a lot of fun. Chaz was really good, a.k.a. the Virus we can see here. This was when we were on Dust 2. And, man, look at this. You could just see how well this game was going in favor of Wolf Eye. Oh, Leprechaun as well. He'll be joining us here in this game. And there's Chaz as well. So that's kind of wrapping up who your roster is. Of course, inside the game, Kenshi will be Chaz, just helping out our counterparts here as well. But that was how that one played out. So AK the Virus, Blur, Chaz, Leprechaun, and Wolf Eye will be coming our way here with VCU. Now, I told you I opened a present too early. I shook the box, the wrapping came off the edge. and I didn't realize it was going to happen. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map picks bands, and guess what?
Yes!
We're ending on Inferno.
Yes!
And that's going to be the case again. So we've seen RMU on Inferno
Why would
over and
VCU
over
do that?
and over and over again. As VCU, they banned Mirage, VCU banned Overpass, they banned Nuke, and that gives us Inferno. And of course, RMU, they had a choice between Train and Inferno, and they select Inferno. Oh man, we've seen just matches after matches for RMU, and of course we have not seen a best of 3 from RMU yet. So this is how these all play out. This is just the way the tournament structure was built out. There is certain tournaments that are out there that really like to focus, of course, on the production side. And so for us, we focus on competition first. That is pure. And first and foremost, it's about the competition, because I've seen tournaments where they do all the best of 3s in the upper bracket and all the lower bracket is best of 1s. That's not right. You have to be sent home because of a best of 3, not because of a best of 1. You don't want to leave it up to chance. So that's how this tournament was wrapped up. That's how we've been doing it, because competition is first. And, of course, we can add production value. I mean, we're talking to 8-Track in Fort Knox with his really awesome room that he's got set up behind him.
All the way over here. Can you hear me?
See, he even has his own little board that he's able to mix with, too. Make sure you also follow 8-Track and the U.S. Army team on their Twitch stream. 8-Track streams a lot. He's a variety streamer as well. I've seen some of your stuff, so.
We have U.S. Army Esports has all kinds of different stuff, too. And, of course, if anybody out there wants to join the Discord and play with some soldiers or is interested and has any questions about the program, discord.gg/US Army Esports. We have our Twitch channel, Mixer, YouTube, Facebook, all that stuff. And, of course, social media as well. So Twitter and Instagram are in there, too.
Absolutely.
You know, Corey,
thanks for helping with the plug there.
if I yell loud enough, we can have an echo, too.
We could. I mean, we're in this about 28,000 square foot room that is just you and me, just standing in this room, talking to cameras. It's so funny whenever we take our headphones off for a second, I'm like, I still talk with this enthusiasm. I hear myself echoing back and forth in this room, and it's just so funny. But yes, we are going to Inferno. Oh, man, this is going to be just a crazy good game. I'm excited about it. I don't even care if it ends up being a 16-2. I'm just excited about seeing some more Counter-Strike to be able to wrap up this day here.
And I don't know why VCU has let this happen. Frankly, we have not seen any other map for RMU than Inferno, and they have been just like 8-Track. I'm telling you, man. Like seriously, this is you're going to see something different here. You're going to see a lot of bisons. You're going to see a lot of just disrespect. You're going to see CT sides being the aggressors. Like they ran down mid against they were playing against what we thought was they were playing against UConn on Inferno. And they ran down mid as like 2 people, found 4 of them, and then they won all of their gunfights. And there was just like disrespectful moments where someone would like jump around a corner while being shot at and then sit there, place their crosshair, and just one-tap them. Just because why not? And so, I mean, we're going to see a lot of ridiculousness from RMU. So
I'm excited. Get me all hyped up now. I'm ready.
Hey, I'm just letting you know. That's why Corey and I'm laughing that they let Inferno happen just because we know RMU is there's not even one player to watch out for. It's every single player is going to do something ridiculous at some point in time. So,
yeah, the other time that we've seen multiple times that RMU has been on Inferno. The last time was against UConn. The previous time was against UTD.
Now 16-13, so we thought that was a little bit closer. We thought they were vulnerable, but then it just turns out that maybe they weren't even playing to their full potential. Because it was 16-2 against UConn.
Yep. So that's that team there. As we see the knife round come our way,
they even win the knife round.
We'll see which side they end up selecting. I'm going to go ahead and take a look even deeper. They played against Texas A&M, and guess what? That was on Inferno as well.
Everything.
And so they've been on Inferno since day one, and they won that one 16-10 against Texas A&M. And now, of course, that was whenever we had COM way back when. You remember when back in Group A? I mean, that's how far back it was. April 27th.
You're pretty good at that.
Is whatever. Yeah, of course. All right, so here we go. We're in the pistol round. RMU on the CT side. VCU on the terrorist side. As Wolfeye is going to push through, and Dragio, he's going to get traded there. As right there off the bat, Leprechaun has got himself one, and Blur gets another one. And VCU, they really want to just come to terms with it and be able to pick up the first round and see what they can do in this one. As
This is weird. He's already pushing up to wagon there. Yep, no, here we go. I was going to say, he's been sitting wagon for a while now, and no one's taking any shots at it. I think Ford Blower would have saw him by now. AK did get a couple shots on him. Ooh, nice headshot there on AK the Virus. And that's a nice cleanup there for the terrorist side. BCU coming through with the first win.
Hey, and they were able to win that round with only losing one player, and more importantly, it was the first one who was trying to get the initial entry. After that point, they had really there was a good trade to start this off, and then right there you see what's happening. What you got there, John?
Well, there's the Bison.
Yep, Dragio's
No surprise.
Bison.
Yep, that's the player we expected
Of
from him.
course.
Here's the scout, and we know well she is lethal. Oh my gosh, did he get a double? Did he tag 2 players with that shot?
I think nades also came through, but I also don't. I honestly don't know. It happened so fast. But Retro Q is going to get taken out of the round there by Blur while he was blinded by his own teammate.
All right, well, let's see how much respect RMU is going to lend to VCU. As we know, they gave 0 respect to UConn, and that was a ridiculous match to watch. So Reality is one of those guys we know he can be an anchor. He's got to do a lot here, and he's only got a deagle in hand. As they're now starting to push onto the side. Oh, Lord, just finding one already. That was one of the low-health players against Wolfeye. But if that's foreshadowing for anything that is to come, and oh my gosh, he finds a headshot through the smoke.
Goodness.
You got to be kidding me. We hype these guys up for their impressive play, and they're getting lucky. This is not fair, but it looks like we see here Leprechaun's able to even up some of the odds there. He's got 2 picks for himself through the smoke.
Still haven't seen that Bison yet from Dragio.
We haven't, and it doesn't seem like they even know the Bison's in the round, and look at that. He just completely overwhelms AKA the Virus, and he picks himself up an AK. And all right, here we go. This is the round you hate to see lost for the side of VCU since they got that pistol.
Oh,
Ooh, that's
no.
Hey, even the top teams in this tournament aren't immune to these watermelon utility sizes. And that's one.
Oh,
And
here
there's
it
one
goes.
player on the
Yeah,
site.
no kit.
He has
so.
got no kit, but
Yeah.
oh, okay. Well, Leprechaun finding 4 in the round for himself. And all right, that's a good start here for VCU. And since they invested, RMU's not going to have really anything to work with unless they want to get Bisons and Scouts again, which frankly wouldn't really surprise me that much. But
Looks like they might take it a little bit
Oh,
more
yeah,
seriously.
well.
The Bison's not going to be shocking to me. It was looking at the rest of his team as they all stay right around that $1,900. You can see the Deagles are coming out here. And the Deagles for RMU are hyper effective here, A-Track.
Oh, I bet. We've seen some nasty deagle shots these past couple days.
Yeah,
Wouldn't surprise me the one team you're talking about a whole lot is pretty good with them too.
Yeah, Welshie down to 0 HP. He caught 3 nades in the round. 3. The fact that he lived that long is crazy enough as it is. And so now you can see Retro Q making some noise, and there it is. He sets up the shot, and Dragio's Bison just rattling away and taking down Wolfeye. As the bomb will continue to tick away here inside of the B bomb site, and all 3 of them are here now. And something to note, actually all 3 of them are heading here from the CT spawn. As there's Retro Q again.
he didn't even pick up the AK from the guy that he
Oh,
shot.
that cross.
At
Oh,
As
no time.
Spermy didn't even leave his position. He was just trying to give some. He was watching over the team, and there he goes. They were basically trying to keep them trapped in the bomb site. That's the only thing I could think of. And so now VCU 3. And we'll see if RMU starts to take this a little bit serious. The only reason why we say it that way is because we've seen them in other maps before, and their play style. They were you could tell that they were having fun. And this will be the first round to really tell us a lot about how they're going to be playing against VCU. We are in the winter bracket semifinals, so I'd expect it to be a little different here. And VCU is a good team.
Oh, wow. Whole lot of gunfights going on all at the same time right there. It's hard to keep track of what's going on, but we're already down to a 2v2 here. Wolfeye with 31 health. Getting the bomb down. Kenshi, ooh, down to 7 health. And there it is. Welshie just coming in to finish it up. Oof.
first actual gun round coming in. And there you have it. You've got RMU picking it up. We'll see what ends up happening. I mean, you saw how many times. So remember the moment where they kept them in the bomb site and forced them to basically stay there until the bomb exploded. Then they had to buy AKs again. So that was 2,700 plus armor and everything that they had to buy. So about 3,700 plus grenades. And so that's where their economy is broken. And so keeping them in the bomb site did make a difference, even though they didn't win the round and they lost, a couple deagles. That's how this one played out, and so they had to buy again. So a lot of times, taking away weapons, taking players out of rounds makes a huge impact, not just because of you might have the chance to win a round, but more importantly, you start to break economies, which is the long scheme, right? You try to play the long game sometimes.
Yeah, like you said a few days ago, Counter-Strike's more than just about shooting people. It's you can win a round just without killing anybody. There's so many different mechanics and things that you have to put into play here, especially when it comes to the economy.
All right, you got 5 players. All 5 of them are setting up here from VCU to be hitting towards the B bomb site. Welshie's going to be covering it himself. Now, Reality is going to come back and join up with his teammate. Here comes the smoke over. Reality is spraying around right now. He's able to pick up 3, as it is still an eco, but still, all ecos sometimes need to look clean like this. As you can see, they shut them down. And I really liked the smoke from Welshie. The visibility at that point, he had no control. They could not see anywhere inside the site. So you saw that smoke. It bloomed up on the platform. And we can see how this one goes. It blooms up on the platform, and then actually, I guess it bloomed much later, too.
Yeah, he could see their knees pretty much. See their toes sticking out of the smoke, and he just kind of guessed where the head was, and those were some really good shots. Really, really well-placed smoke there.
Yeah, this is where we see them gain control again here, John.
Exactly, and I was just going to make another comment about that smoke, as Reality and Welsh is just absolutely clearing out Banana.
They got a good B hold.
They absolutely do, but we see one player still in spawn for the side of VCU. Looks like he's moving around. Not sure what he's quite doing in there, but we're sitting through the smoke now. He's gonna get
dancing.
taken out. Yeah,
Wolfeye's dancing in their spawn. That's what he's doing.
he is dancing. Okay.
He was actually dancing. Yep.
I guess I wonder for the reason of what that one was. Maybe just completely. Okay, now bringing out the knife, and they had a strong start, was VCU. I'm not sure if it's quite ready to throw in the towel just yet, but the comment I want to make about Welshie's smoke that we saw 2 rounds ago was that he was sitting behind Coffin. The second he saw the utility coming from over the house, over that hut that separates the Banana from the B bomb site, as soon as he saw the utility coming from over is when it triggered him to throw his own smoke. So that's a great position. Not only keeps himself safe, but it allows him to know what the timing is for them to do the hit. As Spermy tries to get super far aggressive towards mid. And once again, this is kind of what you can expect from RMU. Look how far forward Reality is on Banana. They want to take so much control. They don't only want to have control over it, they want to quite literally have it. They want to just have that part of the map to themselves, and that's what allows them to play so aggressively sometimes. And on the back, that Reality, when we've seen him in that position, he's gone in like 3Ks, 4Ks, and just gone absolutely ballistic in that position. So he's fallen back at this time. So now VCU's going to advance, making sure they check every single corner. AKA the Virus is trying to make some noise towards that A side. That has drawn 3 people over. And hey, that's actually the opening onto Reality. And they have an open B bomb site and don't even realize that one player is pushing out towards mid. That's Retro Q, and he's going to push out of the smoke and find the rest of the team. So RMU looking like they're wanting to play one-on-ones here. Is that Bison? Yeah, that's why you don't see that gun very much. He got a few headshots there, and it just still wasn't enough to close it out. As well, she's got himself an impossible 5v1 task. And wow, he really?
Why did he move? That was weird.
They really just let him attack the bomb carrier like that? Okay, well, doesn't matter. It's a 4 on the board for VCU, 4-3 in their favor. Boy, if Welshie was really feeling it there and he had a good enough position, that could have been a insane turnaround, but that would have been something that you'd expect out of like the tip-top play. So not too surprised to see that go into the favor of VCU as we see the AWP for the first time in the hands of Welshie, and we know that guy, he does not miss shots. Holy cow, just look at that. Everything is on fire. Absolutely everything. All the way back to Leprechaun. He had to throw down his smoke because even he was on fire. You see he took 10 points of damage.
Yeah, that was a caramelized banana there.
Nice.
Nice. I knew that would trigger John for me. Awesome. So, but yeah, you can see that how much they're holding down these angles. And just like that, Welshie now is able to hold this by himself. There's the smoke. And he's going to try to get on top of it. And he did spot one. Now we're going to see his teammates start to rotate. But they still have a lot of confidence in Welshie. Welshie's just going to continue to hold this angle with the AWP. See if there's going to be a boost over the top. That's a likely chance that could happen. And there's a nade. And uh-oh, Welshie is a nade magnet.
Also got AK the Virus over here holding down Boiler on the other side of the map.
Yeah, he's being a
He's
distraction.
running away now.
Yeah, he's being a distraction as the bomb is going to be heading here towards bomb site Welshie. And there's going to be only just one trade. And AK the Virus in the right position at the right time. And now it's left up to Dragu. I think we've got a good game on our hands here, John.
Yeah, we might have hyped up RMU a little bit too much. This VCU is actually coming in pretty strong, and I will say it doesn't seem like RMU starting to mess around anymore. I will say that when I stop seeing Bisons is when I'll start taking this a little bit more seriously. Now we see him, he's got an M4 in his hands, and there it goes. It's 5-3 in favor of VCU.
Yeah, sometimes though, a Bison it's just a choice of a submachine gun. We didn't see him use it in any other weird ways. Now there are some matches that we've seen with RMU where they bought the Bison multiple times and weird, and gun rounds that they should have had. But here he just must feel that he's better with the Bison than his teammates with a Deagle. We see it time and time again.
It's just such a strange gun to me. In my mind, I just think the MP9 is just always better. But we'll have to see how he's able to utilize it.
Don't knock the Bison. It's like a mini AK. Just the bullets are half the size, and it does half the damage. But it's got twice the mag capacity. So we'll see what happens. Lots of slow movement here on the on VCU side. Just waiting for something. Waiting for that initial pick, I think. We've got their... Oh, they're all stacking up on banana now. Leaving AK the Virus all by himself on the other side of the map to, as a distraction, I'm guessing, that to hold the flank.
Yeah, he's worried about the rotate, and so he'll be able to help provide any coverage that's needed if they decide to go ahead and be on the flank.
Yep, and here comes the push. Util's out.
Oh my gosh, they baited him.
Oh, yeah.
But it doesn't bait them that bad. Did a really good job. I mean, they're already still over here, and AK the Virus didn't try to pluck at all. And here they come going in towards the A bomb site. And
here comes the Bison.
Yeah, right into the hands of the Bison. Look at that. He has so many more bullets left to go in there. And finally, the only way to find the off switch is by taking him out of the round. And now you can see it's left up to reality. And RMU, they're down by 3 right now, John, and they're down by 3 on the CT side of Inferno.
Yeah, look at that. Spermie's 0-7. So they didn't quite show what the plays just yet. They're still playing a little bit slow. So at some point, I can't just keep telling myself that they're not taking this seriously.
I'm telling you, I think they have been.
Yeah.
So, and just I think that the Bison buy is what's throwing you off the loop, but sometimes there's certain players find certain tendencies, and so we'll see. Now they're back on another Deagle save. Of course, they got themselves to about that 2,500 for most of those players, so we'll see another gun round coming in after this one. Either way, whether they win or lose this round.
I will say their utility usage is still great. I mean, look at Chaz. Got hit for 45 with the grenade, and Leprechaun also being unfortunate as reality is going to take a little bit on top of the head there. An immediate response back. Just their timing for using this utility is so great. Reality sees one coming in. He says, all right, well, I'll trade you one back. As he's going to use that flash to try to get himself some information. And he's holding this site alone.
Yeah, and that's why he was poking a little bit, just to make sure, because he needs to help out his team to let them know that whether or not they need to rotate quick or not. But you have two players that are playing Arch side. They're actually in a really good spot, and they waited too long for that. They pushed way too early, actually. And, oh, man, great job by Chaz stopping early. And now they're just getting picked apart there, and that's going to be the round 7-3 now. And we'll finally see another gun round coming in here for RMU. I think it's been a while since we've seen a gun round coming in for this team.
Yeah, it's been like, what, 3 or 4 rounds now? It's been just pistols and that Bison. Here we go. 2 Zoomy boys. Oh, man. Whenever I play Inferno, I feel like I'm always getting caught up in between a sniper and another sniper. As you can see here, I'm Reality trying to go with the sandbag strat, but peeked out a little bit too early there as Kenshi gets to killing him. Or sorry, Chaz gets to killing him. And now it's all down to Welshie by himself with an op, getting taken out by the Molotov there, trying to hold down the site with an op. And now it's a 3v4 retake here. Spermy with the M4 trying to get a kill through the smoke there. Bomb is down. Not a lot of damage on both sides right now as everybody just trying to get a shot. Just weird placements right now. I don't think that RMU wants to lose these guns, so they're trying to play it super careful. Oh, nice flick there from Retro. And here we see Chaz with the double kill in the AK. Looking pretty good. Another round for VCU. It's not looking too good for RMU.
Wow. Yeah. I think it's time to just be okay with it, John. You asked the question, why would VCU allow Inferno to be the choice?
Maybe this is why.
They know a lot about RMU. I mean, if they're just looking off this tournament, which I know they're looking at more history than just this tournament right now. And you see, they know how these guys play, and they play it well. That's why you're seeing them kind of bait nades out. That's one of the things that I've started to notice is RMU is just getting rid of their utility so fast. And VCU has just been baiting it out this whole time. And Dragio forgets to click mouse 1. All right.
It's like when you're behind someone that doesn't know how to drive. You're like, the gas is on the left, you know? It's on the right, actually.
Whoa, I was about to say, hold up there.
Hey, I have a CDL, okay? I promise.
Uh-huh. Yeah, okay.
I do. I drive the big gaming truck. That's me.
Yeah.
If you guys have seen the Army gaming truck.
That's
that
always,
Oh,
for
yeah.
some reason, it's always parked because he's trying to move it, but he's just holding down the left pedal the whole time. He's got one of those like moving scenic backgrounds going by him in the old movies.
Sitting in the passenger seat with a Toys R Us wheel in my lap.
He's really only in his room the whole time. It's just a green screen.
Yep, exactly.
Never actually in the truck.
Exactly.
Sorry, you're playing Euro Truck Simulator. All right, that's the last thing we'll talk about it. All right, so now we see them trying to retake this bomb site with Deagles and a CZ. And Chaz. Oh, wow. My goodness. You can see all of them just laying on the ground. And Spermy is 1-9. I don't know what RMU has been doing in this game so far.
Well. What do we got here, Corey? It's 9-3 in favor of VCU, and A-Track's probably wondering, how much can I trust John anymore?
I can't, apparently.
Yeah, that was...
I don't know what to think.
That's a timeout on the side of VCU, so... You know... Gee, I gave RMU so much credit going against this one. I mean, rightfully so. If you see some of the earlier matches against some of these other teams, it's just disturbing how well all of their shots are connecting and just how much respect they're showing to other teams, and it's 0 is what they're showing. And so VCU is proving to be a strong opponent and getting 9 on the board on their T side. Corey, this would be something else if we see RMU going down to the losers bracket. I would be immensely surprised by that. And so I told you in my heart I felt like UCF was the team to beat in this tournament, and you know, I think I might have the right feeling as RMU is. They've got a mighty task for them as it's down 9-3, and that's their CT half. You would think you'd see the scoreline the other way around, but no. As they come
Unless
running
it's
into
the ultimate
site.
troll. What if they're trying to lose until the second half and then bring it all the way back? You never know.
It could be they're trying to put on a good show as Reality's going to find one running through CT. They've shut down Bomb at Banana. They've also picked up Welshie in the meantime. Now this is becoming a strange round with how the players are split up. There's one running from CT, and that's Blur. He's going to join Chaz here in just a moment as Reality's trying to protect himself. He's not able to turn around in time as Blur. It's left to Chaz as RMU is desperately trying to stop the bleeding. They heard him jumping off a site now. There is one player waiting for him on the other side, and that is Retro Q. So Chaz, little does he know, he has to commit to this B bomb site. And he's being watched from every angle, and he has no utility to work with. Maybe he could throw money at them. That might distract them, because that's really all he's got to his name. As he's going to try and check every angle, he's going to expose himself there. He falls down, he's going to hear it, he's going to get poked from behind. As Dragio is able to pick up that kill, and he actually just, Reality was the person behind him, and he wasn't able to find the kill. It was Dragio. So 4 on the board here from RMU. That one looked a little bit more solid, but with that said, that was Welshie poking down towards Banana and just finding a quick 2 for himself. If he didn't find that quick 2, that was the B bomb site, and well, that's kind of the story of what this map has been. They find one opening, and they just get in there, and it's on to RMU for the retake.
Yeah, I'm going to be fascinated to see how the T side for RMU is going to be, because VCU's been playing really well. They've got a really good default setup. They've done a really good job of baiting out all of the smokes and flashes and Molotovs coming from RMU. And we'll see if they decide to be able to do this again. As see, able to backtrack a little bit. Throw their own molly to make sure this area is clear before they push further at all.
Here we go with that patience again. Util's out. Here comes the push. Up through Banana onto B site. It's a 5v2. But Welshie is up. And Flower Pot once again. Getting some spam shots there. Getting one. Reality finishing him off. Getting a 4-piece. Almost an ace there. And now it's a 4v1 with Blur by himself on the site. Coming down to construction. Spermie's there. Oh, doesn't manage to get the shot off first. Blur down to 20 health. Last guy alive. Welshie and Dragio pushing onto the site through construction. There's the molly, and Welshie finishes it up with the M4. Just absolutely Goomba stomping him right there.
He had a good idea, just the idea just didn't come to fruition fast enough by dropping the molly, so he can basically watch another angle. He knew that there's 2 players coming, but he was going to be in a tough spot, and so he dropped that molly, but the problem is he just dropped it too late, and they were able to push through, hop up on top of coffins, and like you said, taking us back to 1989 with some Goombas.
Oh, yeah.
I want to point out here, Spermie is still only on 1 kill, and that was in the hands of an eco round in which he rushed the player with the deagle, and it was the last kill for him as he was taken out. So I don't even count that really as a kill. That had 0 impact at all.
Hey, a kill's a kill.
What I'm saying is his impact in this game has been 0. His team is trying to scrap some rounds on the board. If they're able to get to a 9-6 half, I'm sure they would feel a little bit better about that. But once again, you'd expect that scoreline on the other side.
Absolutely.
For RMU to be taking some of the rounds for themselves. Here we go, 1 in 12. That is not a pretty scoreboard, but he can redeem himself here. He's gonna find 1, he's gonna find 2, and look at that, he's gonna find 3.
3. Wow.
Hey.
I mean, it was kind of set up for him. Are we going to count those 2? Or...
Nope.
That was kind of... So he's still at 0, is what you're saying.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, Chaz now the last one alive here in this 1-on-3. 40 seconds left here in the round. Bomb is dropped over by Brackets, but Chaz has been playing very well. He's 16-6 here in the first half alone. And he's going to see if he can be able to pull this one off with only 8 HP. 20 seconds left in the round, and he is in a tough spot where he has to go fragging. As you can see him creeping back here towards the bomb. This is going to be a tough timing. They know exactly which angle he's coming from. He checks one angle. Oh my goodness, he might be able to do it. He does!
Oh,
Chaz being able to
nice.
pick up 4 in the round. Just like that, he plays it so incredibly well. Great job by Chaz. And the first half score is 10 for VCU and only 5 for RMU. Wow, what a play. Chaz making things happen there at the last moment of the round.
Whew. That was nutty.
And what I love is the smirk in his profile picture and his avatar saying, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I did that.
Yep, that's me. All right, so now we're here in the second half. We're going to see the pistol round is so crucial for RMU. And, we were expecting to see a really good RMU, but VCU has been fun to watch. Very, very fun to watch. And they've been playing the right game, the right counter to RMU throughout this entire game. And let's see if they've got another really good counter. As here comes the mollies over the top, and Chaz, of course, who was dominant in that last round. See what they can be able to do here in the pistol round. The bomb is going to get planted. They are unscathed at this point. And he taps away, he finds one. And now his teammates are here. There's a smoke grenade that's going out from Blur. And they're going to go ahead and start to be able to push into this bomb site. That was a smoke that should have dipped. There it is. It's finally bloomed. And just like that, the bomb site is open and clear. And now RetroQ and Reality are trying to be able to do work. They know exactly where RetroQ's at. Here comes the Blades. And the round is over, and VCU picks up the pistol round.
Now VCU's the one disrespecting RMU. They're running at him with knives.
Oh, my goodness.
Would you believe that?
An
MP5 in the hands of Leprechaun, so he's going to say, you know what, you want to run SMGs? I'll run SMGs with you too. What on earth is happening here?
Oh, this is VCU is playing a hellacious game right now. You can see they've got RMU on their backs where they're having to leverage deagles here in the second round. Those deagles are absolutely necessary here for them. Of course, they've got that pistol round loss bonus. Oh, but the nades come raining in all the way down Banana, and they pick up 2. Great combination from Blur and Wolfeye. And AKA the Virus, he's been able to find himself 1 as well, and RetroQ does not know what to do. He's got 2 walls of smokes on both sides. As here comes Blur, pushes through. That flashbang just barely missing the mark, as his teammate was actually blinded by that. But it is still down to a 4-on-2. They know where they were trying to challenge, but that was the right idea on the challenge, just poor execution on the flash.
Oh, and that timing. He just poked Boiler. The hair just missed him by a hair. It's AKA the Virus, and now he's actually even rotating all the way back to Arch. And they're not able to push forward in that position because it was the split second that he looked away. He's holding it from a different angle. He's got a better approach now. His Reality and RetroQ are going to have to make it work. AKA the Virus is going to swing on now. Reality got so many angles to watch, he doesn't know where to look, and that's 12th on the board.
Really, really good team shooting coming in here for VCU. They played it well. They pulled him back into it. They forced him to have to be channeled through the main lane. As we take another look, here comes the grenades, and then boom, Welshie and Spermy out.
4 and 15 is Spermy. He had 1 kill and an eco, and then he had that last round of the half where we got that 3K. And those are the only impact kills he's had. Now getting aggressive is Wolfeye, taking a page out of the RMU book. And oh my gosh, look how aggressive they are. They're all the way down mid. They're taking these players down 1 by 1. This is a dogfight. And they realize there's only 1 player left, and it's AKA the Virus. And you can see the exact moment they realized that they were walking. They saw 1 player, they pulled their knives out instantly and ran at that site. So RMU finding a much-needed bomb play, and that's a great hold there from Welshie, finding the instant headshot. Okay. This can be the start of some momentum for the side of RMU. They've got to win this round first if they really want to start pulling this one home. It's against an eco. Next round will be a tough test.
It looks like they're going to push up. Oh, no, they're not. Looked like they were going to rush B for a second there. You're saying they're doing some weird strats. Definitely seen some weird angles being held, but we'll see what happens here over on B. As Reality's picking up 1, picking up 2. Oh, but gets taken out there by Blur with the deagle, but Welshie cleans it up. And then Welshie gets taken out by Chaz. And we're down to a 3v2 now. As Lep is picking up a nice headshot there on Dragio. Spermy taking out Lep there. Now it's just 2v1. Chaz all by himself in T-spawn. He's going to go hide with that AK that he picked up off the ground. Probably a smart strat there, I think, honestly, especially after losing the eco there.
Is that another AK in the spawn? They bought an additional AK as RMU? Am I seeing that right?
Looks like it could be.
Okay.
Somebody may have upgraded. I wasn't paying attention. I was actually doing a little research. There's a mention in chat, and I think it's actually a really good mention. Is RMU actually, these two teams have been together for, individually, they've been together for a while. RMU actually has 2 graduates on their team. Both, one being Welshie, which you absolutely can see that. You can see his play style and how he plays. He's actually a graduate from RMU, and Spermy as well. So we do have it in our rules. It states that you can be a graduate within a certain amount of time frame from this, and so he is a graduate in this as well. And then Chaz is a senior from VCU, so you can see why these are talented players that we've seen in the game, but they've been playing against each other for a while. As well, now we'll take a look there. Welshie is able to take down Blur with that AK to start this one off.
Do we have any freshmen, Corey?
We do, and that's Retro Q. Retro Q from RMU. All right, you got 4 players. I make that all 5 are actually here in Banana right now for RMU. They're looking to try to be able to execute here in just a moment. Here comes the mollies, the flashbangs, everything they've got. They're going to be starting to be able to push in there, but they're completely blind from Chaz's flashbang, and Chaz is going to go ahead and peek out himself as AK the Virus spraying around, and there's another one for Wolfeye. And just like that, the B bomb site is shut down. You saw that RMU tried to make a deposit. They basically deposited all of their utility into the site, and that still didn't give them access. And so now Reality decides to go with Plan B, which just so happens to be the A-bomb site. And he doesn't know that Plan B doesn't always work for others. As he drops into the site, Leprechaun is right there. And 3, 2, 1, and it's out. 13-7. In favor of VCU at this point here, John.
He actually caught the tail end of the player holding onto the site. Just didn't see him. That is unfortunate for the side of RMU. And man, VCU absolutely came out to play in this match. It's 13-7, as you said, Corey. And not in favor of the team as we were expecting. They're now down to an eco. Only with Deagles and 1 P250 in the hands of Spermy. They look to take it slow.
Looks like it might be an A push this time. They're not all stacking up on B again, especially with the bomb mid like that, forward on mid like that. Oh no, looks like he's going back. Just seeing a whole lot of util usage over on the CT side here. RMU, I think they're still trying to decide where they want to go. Pushing up to Banana, looking a little bit clear, probably making the call out now. Hey, let's do it. There's nobody sandbags. We got a little bit of space here to work with. Deagle's coming out for this eco. Welshie just around the corner. Welshie just pushing up, but he does have an enemy on his right around the corner. Takes out with a nice clean headshot. Blur is out of the game. Picks himself up a FAMAS there. And all he's got is Wolfeye left on the site. He gets taken out by Reality. Bomb going down now. As we've got...
Oh my goodness,
AK
what a play. What a play.
Wow, Chaz just pushing up right now with AK the Virus. And that's it.
Yeah, good
They're all
usage
gone.
of the molly. He knew the angle. He saw the player. He was trapped, so he forced him out with the incendiary grenade, and that was that. Just great control. Welsh had a good position. Blair was ADing around the wall and trying to see if he can see a peek before, so he knows when to be able to throw down his smoke. And I think Welshie saw him, but I don't think that Blur saw Welshie. And so he was ready. So as soon as he saw that smoke grenade come around the corner, he immediately attacked. And so now they're going to go ahead and see there's going to be a quick rush here towards mid. There's the smokes coming out. They're going to go ahead and push it right on through. Traz is going to go ahead and fall back here. He's going to be able to hold that area down, but they're really still advancing here towards lane. But AK the Virus over the top, and Chaz says, I need all the action I can. As he peeks back in there, and finally he's going to go ahead and fall, and now it's going to be left up to Dragio. 1 HP and a dream. As the bomb is just now going to try to get planted, and Blur over the top. Nope, there's no roof there, and that's why he's able to pick him off. 15-7. Are you kidding me?
It is match point, and they're going against an eco. Corey, what on earth? VCU came out so strong in this game.
I don't know. That's the way that this game has been played. I mean, VCU, they are a top quality team in this tournament, and they need to be known. I mean, they are a top seed team. They've made it through. They were one of our top 8 teams coming into this tournament. That's how we seeded them. But VCU has proven themselves all throughout this tournament so far.
They go for that fake banana hit, and they very quickly are rotating onto this A bomb site now. The only person there is AK the Virus, and
He's joined already.
Lep he's made his way into the phrase. Now they're being spotted one by one. They're not able to hit the shots, and AK the Virus wanted to put that one home, but he's not able to. Spermie's going to get the bomb down. They've got a MAC-10 and a CZ to work with against the 3 rifles of VCU and Chaz. He's 26-9. This guy is hot. They're able to find an AWP in the hands of Spermie. Well, hey, look at that. Reality's got a nice flank behind him at Boiler. And, ooh, that's a good shot there from Spermie. The last player alive's Lep. He's at 12 HP. He's got a big task ahead of him, and they're going to peek him out, and there you go.
Ooh.
RMU's keeping it interesting here. They got the bomb plant down. They got an AWP and an M4 saved. So that's going to give them enough confidence to go into this next round with at least some weaponry. And they're going to be rewarded by staying alive and going against the Eco from VCU. So hold on, Corey. We're not done quite yet.
Let's see how they can be able to play against this here. You can see they've got a Deagle, 2 Deagles, a 5.7 P250 coming out here for VCU. No nades. And they're just going to be holding tight angles. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and challenge this AWP. And Blur survives just a little bit longer with 7 HP. And Welshie, oh, that was close. Just keeps tapping away through this wall. He's just saying, this is my wall. Good luck trying to get through it. And I think they're going to commit to it. I think this is actually a smart decision. Seeing VCU, they're going to rotate away, and they're going to be in the A bomb site. Because you heard Welshie just firing over and over again with that 50 cal, with that AWP. Let's see what they're able to do here. Again, they did that's so smart from VCU. But the RMU is playing it smart as well. They're checking, they're making sure. As soon as if they see players early enough, they will immediately rotate. But the time is actually dwindling down very fast. We're almost at 30 seconds here. So you need to have VCU hide in positions. Here comes the flashbangs. Now they're fully going to have to execute in this side, and they are all here. And they are all dropping.
Wow.
And VCU
What a power move.
gets taken out very quickly. But it was the right call being in that site as they rotated over towards that position. And 9-15, they have to do this. They have to take it and extend it for 6 more rounds.
Well, they're going to go against another Eco. And hold on, we see the HEs being stacked up now. They're in hand, and there goes one. Down's Banana. They're going to wait a little bit more time before they throw the rest of them. Because Retro Q takes a lot of damage, and there goes another one. They didn't decide to stack them just yet. Actually, they don't have an opportunity to stack him now. As Chaz is going to wait. He's going to pull the pin and let it fly. That catches nothing. So 3 HEs. It will do some damage, but not quite enough as they're throwing utility onto this B site. They're causing the full They're causing the full rotation over now again, but look at that, it's a fake. All 5 members going to the A site now. They're actually burning themselves alive, and they're gonna smoke it. And there's no one there. They said, okay, well, it seems like these guys are committed to stacking, and I assume they're at the B bomb site now. So I guess VCU is not wanting to give any money away for free, but at this point, RMU is going to keep all of their guns, and they're just going to save on to those, obviously. And they're just going to buy utility over and over again. So VCU, they still have a 5-round cushion after this one before RMU can force overtime. As seems like they're hunting now. As okay, excuse me, he was pushing up towards mid. Reality found one, and Blur gets the trade. And now it seems like they're just trying to keep him into the site, actually. Trying to make it a little bit uncomfortable, pinch them in. The one player that went down was Retro, the guy on low health, and 2 of these players are low. They're actually, Dragio goes down.
Chaz looking for an AK.
Doesn't get close enough, however. So that's 15-10. This is going to be an important gun round coming out now for the side of VCU. Because if they don't win this gun round and stop it here, they're going to be reset again. So RMU is going to have, I would say, probably 2 more gun runs that they're going to have to get through before they can get this one to overtime. But we're seeing that AWP in the hands of Welshie. We know how lethal that guy can be with it. We've already seen some great shots from him in this match. And this is not a position you want to find yourself in if you're VCU. You want to have closed this one out already. They weren't able to. But now they at least have found some peace in this round so far. Haven't taken too much utility damage. They've done just a bit, it seems.
I think VCU is in a good spot. I don't think it's as traumatic at this point right now. They've won multiple rounds to get them here to this point right here. We're in round 26 at this point, and they've won some really good gun rounds, and we'll see. I mean that's how it's been playing out. Currently, right now, this second half is 5-5 right now. So.
Oh, that's a wide open B bomb site, and they're just gonna run in there again. Just stacking, having full faith in these players as VCU. He finds one and got immediately traded by RetroQ. And look at that, they're just gonna find out, hey, this is a free bomb site. And look at that, they've sandwiched. They're gonna go for the retake. All right, it's a 3v4. They can close it out here.
Yeah, sometimes a retake can be very, very strong for a team, and that's what we see them trying to be able to execute. But all it takes is just 1 or 2 players getting taken out of the round, and that was enough. You can see that their players are starting to be able to pull away. Welshie has made an impact in this round, and it has deterred VCU from trying to be able to win this round. We go into the next one, you'll see the round bonus will give them 2,900, so they're going to be pretty broke going here. And as we'll listen to the radio here with Leprechaun and team. Wait this one out. 15-11 RMU. They're just going to try to win 1 round at a time.
This is nuts. RMU actually starting to make a comeback here with 4-round separation here. Scoreline is and VCU's just got to win 1. It's just 1 round. And they're already I don't know. We'll see what happens. Things like this just nail biters sometimes, you know.
That's why we watch what we watch. But this time, Blur pushes up down Banana. He finds one, and they've got complete control over Banana just like that. But instantly, when that happens, they're going to be attacking here towards the A bomb site. Can Leprechaun and his teammate be able to lock that down, being AK the Virus? They see them pushing up. There goes one. And Leprechaun is not out of this round. He's going to continue to challenge. He has his teammate there with Wolfeye. This could be it. It's left up to Spermy. Spermy is 6-20 in this round. And that's not what you want. You don't want to leave it up to this one player in this 1-on-4. And he's going to get taken out just like that from one of the top dominant players, being Chaz. 16-11 is going to be your final score in favor of VCU. They will advance into the winners finals. And they'll be waiting against the team, whether it's going to be UCF or oh my goodness, or RIT, Rochester Institute of Technology, and that is going to send RMU down to the lower bracket. Of course, all of our upper bracket matches are best of one, just for the sanctity of making sure all the games are really good at the very end. Here, whenever we see them go through the best of three, they have at least a last chance there in the lower bracket. But John, that was a good game that we just saw there.
Wow.
VCU.
That was okay. I'm trying to process all of that because the first stretch there, I was thinking to myself, RMU's messing around. They're doing what they did against UTD. They're messing around. They're going to come back at some point, and then they just never came back. I mean, we saw some great shots from them. We saw some great shots from Welshie, and we saw some great shots from Reality, but they just didn't come back. And it was like, this seems uncharacteristic. But then I started looking at the side of VCU, and they're just stepping up across the board every single step of the way. And it's like, oh my goodness, we've got a real game in our hands, and I just can't fathom that it just slipped out of the grasp of RMU so quickly, and VCU absolutely stepped up. And now, if I'm correct, have they guaranteed themselves a top 3 finish now in that winner's final spot?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
so they're in the money.
So with that said, we've watched a lot of Counter-Strike. That was our 82nd map of this entire tournament. And so we're pretty involved in what's been going on in the tournament. We want to get an outside perspective. We've got Titus Tacos from the U.S. Army Esports team is joining us. Titus, can you go ahead and break it down for us on how this all shaped up from your viewpoint?
Hello there. By the way, thanks for having me. But yeah, so what I could tell is VCU came out strong, and RMU could just not gain any ground at all, especially in that round 5. That round 5 was insane. But the good pushes, good tries from RMU, but VCU was just holding control, especially on the T side. And then at the end there, RMU was trying some new strategies that I saw and trying to change it up on a site, switch back. That was some pretty good tries, but they just could not close it out at the end of the day.
What are some of the things that you can think of that could have been more beneficial for RMU in that game?
Well, one, I think Spermy sort of stepped up some. 6-20 is a pretty bad game right there, especially in a tournament like this. I don't know. Honestly, I mean, VCU was just really on fire, hitting their shots. The utility was on point. So I don't really know much besides Spermy stepping up and hitting their shots better.
Well, I appreciate it, Titus Tacos, for all the things that the team has been doing, and we also look forward to seeing it. So my last question that I've got for you, your team is being put together right now for the U.S. Army CSGO team for the Sunday matchup. But looking at some of the caliber of the teams that you're seeing here so far, how do you guys feel going into your exhibition match on Sunday?
I think we feel pretty good. It's definitely going to be a little bit of a challenge, but we like the challenge. So it really helps define us. But I think we have a really good job of doing pretty well against whoever we end up facing.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to seeing you on Sunday, and the rest of the crew be joining us. So thank you again, staying up late for us as well. So I appreciate you hopping on board with us, and we'll be talking with one of your other teammates tomorrow as well to get some insight before you see you guys playing on Sunday. So again, thank you for staying with us and giving us kind of a breakdown for how that match went. And we'll see you again, like I said, on Sunday.
All right, sounds good.
You hear that as well. A-Track giving a little shout out to Titus there. A-Track, he hopped on board with us for one map. How'd you feel about it?
Yeah, that was nutty. You guys were talking a lot of hype about these RMU guys, and they got spanked. So I'm not sure. I don't know. It was weird because there were a couple rounds there where it was like they were super, super dominant. And I saw in chat that they were saying that they swapped up their play style at the end there, or in the beginning, like they weren't playing the way they normally do. And I'm wondering if that's because VCU has seen them play. Maybe they were like, hey, let's try something different. But it definitely did not work out for them. There were a couple times there where they got really aggressive and they were winning the gunfights, but I don't know. I think they just didn't have it in them this time.
Yeah, I mean, the comment that we heard from Titus Tacos, I think is actually probably a very true one. It takes a team to play against another team, and they were missing one big spoke out of the wheel, like to be able to allow them to compete against a team like that. I mean, again, Spermy, He had one round that he had 3 kills. So with that said, it's seeing 6 and 20. That means he only had 3 rounds that spread across all of the remaining rounds, and we went 16 to 11, so 27 rounds. So three kills across 26 rounds is what that happened with. So that's something that you have to hope that they're able to bounce back from something like that. It is a best of 1. But of course, all teams get their fair shake in the best of 3 in the lower bracket round. So we'll be seeing them tomorrow as well. But that brings us. We are here. We are in our top 8. We now also see the first team to make it into the upper bracket finals. That's VCU. And we'll find out tomorrow whether it's going to be Rochester Institute of Technology or it will be University of Central Florida. We'll be playing them in the winter bracket finals. I'm excited about those matchups as well. This has been a fun tournament. I've enjoyed every step of the way. It definitely brings back some memories from casting back in the day.
Yeah, this has been so fun, and it's even fun about this is I had my predictions. 3 of them were wrong. I said I thought Northeastern would win, I thought UConn would win, and I thought RMU would win. I was wrong in all of them, but the one I feel like I was the absolute worst wrong on was RMU. Like they just, I keep saying that they played bad. But VCU
played so good.
They played absolutely fantastic. And I mean,
Chaz.
just to think about it, I mean, we know that they've been playing great. We know we've been commending Wolfeye this whole time, and same as Chaz. We saw so many great plays, even from Blur, every time they played on train. Chaz took Ivy. Wolfeye had an AWP that closed it down. Blur held down the B site. I mean, everyone on that team, a.k.a. the Virus, is always finding picks somewhere.
Yep.
That team is a really complete team, and we saw their backs against the wall. A-Track, you were there with us yesterday when they were on Dust 2, and they had to make the comeback, and what did they do?
Yeah.
They did.
They made the comeback.
They are a complete team.
Yeah, no, VCU is a lot of fun to be able to watch. So let's go ahead and take a look at the upper bracket real fast so to see how this one is laying out at this point in time. As you can see, RMU, they were 16-13, 16-2, and then they losing there right to VCU and being sent down to the lower bracket. But as we were talking about, VCU beat Drexel 16-3. That should have been our first sign. I mean, we're in the upper bracket round 1, and that was the best matchup or the best scoreline for a particular team that we had seen. That matchup, Kennesaw versus VCU, that was a great game to watch. And we should have, again, had more insight about what we were seeing there. And then we'll see now VCU advancing into upper bracket round 4. But really, that's the winter bracket finals. And we'll see on the bottom side here, you've got Rochester Institute of Technology beating UAH, beating Northeastern. And now they'll be facing off against UCF. Of course, UCF, they defeated Miami University of Ohio. They beat Kansas State 16-14. That was a great game. So this matchup between RIT, Rochester Institute of Technology, and UCF, that's going to be a really good game, and that will be tomorrow, currently scheduled at 4 p.m., and that should stay true as well since it is Saturday. Let's go ahead and look at the lower bracket. Again, we're down to our top 8, so far we're still keeping all of these players here. And you can see Kansas State versus Purdue. We're not going to count out Purdue either. Cyber and the rest of the crew were playing so well in that game. It was a lot of fun to watch as we watched there at the tail end, and that went into a double overtime. So Purdue, that's a team to look out for as well. This is one of the things I love about narrowing these teams down to and funneling them in and condensing all that raw skill into the last part of this tournament. They're going to be playing against Kansas State, as I spoke about. Kansas State has really only had a couple really tough matches, but they've played in a dominant force in the other ones that they've really played well in. So we'll see that matchup. That's going to be starting off today as well. Then we look down at the bottom side of the bracket. You can see Kennesaw. They're going to be playing against St. Clair College. We saw them play both today. Kennesaw winning that one 2-1. That was just a scratch fest as well, but it was a good game to be able to watch. That had 2 overtimes in it. Pittsburgh really tried to come out to play. Then you saw the UConn versus St. Clair. We hyped up UConn, but maybe we hyped up UConn because of Nuke, and they played Nuke extremely well. But then they lost on the other 2 maps very decisively, 16-7 on Overpass, and I believe the other count was pretty high as well. I think it was close to maybe the 16-10 or something along those lines. I'll have to look back at that as well. I think it's worse than that.
16-10.
Yeah, okay. So it was 16-10 there for St. Clair in the last map as well. But there you have it. You see Kennesaw and St. Clair. The winner of that game will be playing against RMU. So that's already been that kind of a deciding factor And we're going to be, again, narrowing this down. And we're trying to do so. We started this tournament with 28 teams. We are now down to the final 8. And tomorrow, by the end of tomorrow, we'll be down to our final 4. And we'll decide who's going to be going and winning it all in the very end. And that's what it's all about. This has been a 2-week-long tournament. This is what we tried to build. This is what we were trying to create here at Esports Stadium Arlington in conjunction with a lot of partnerships from NACCS to the U.S. Army, as well as Face It, to make all of these things possible here in this tournament. And it's been a lot of fun. And so tomorrow is going to be that much better. We're going to see some really good competition. 8-Track, I'm going to give you a chance to be able to sign off here before we wrap up for the night.
All right. Yep. My cat's in my lap again. But thank you guys so much for having me be here. I do want to give a shout out to U.S. Army Esports, as we're pretty awesome and helped me get here to where I get to do cool stuff. And if you guys are in the chat right now and you guys are interested in our program, discord.gg/US Army Esports or Twitter/US Army Esports. We're at US Army Esports or /US Army Esports on everything and anything you can think of. So go check us out. We stream on two platforms a day, every single day too. So get involved.
Yeah, check it out and see the different level of talent that you're going to see from over there and all the different opportunities that are available. John, what's some of your thoughts, how you wrap up today?
Well, the number one thought that I have is never count out anyone. And especially since we're in the top 8, anything can happen. And just like you said, the reason why collegiate teams are so fun to watch and why they call it March Madness is because anything can happen. So now that we're in this top 8, we're in the last 2 days. And, Corey, this has been quite an experience that I'm glad we've been able to share. And everyone at home, I'm glad you've been able to watch along with us this whole way through. We've gone through so many games of Counter-Strike. We've got even more to go, and it's just going to be madness. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. And ultimately, it's going to be different than what I thought it'd be because RMU on the loser side, the lower brackets, not what I expected. So everything is up in the air at this point, and I just cannot wait to see how this unfolds. I am so excited to see who our top 4 teams are.
Oh, it's going to be so good getting into Sunday. For all of us that are here in Esports Stadium Arlington, right here in Arlington, Texas, special thanks to our production crew. I keep pointing back this way because that's where all of them are at. They've been working so hard. So not just us two. We've gotten a lot of praise from a lot of people about our production. It's not just us. It's also all of our production crew that's behind the scenes that made everything possible. So we'll see you tomorrow. It's going to be some great games. We're in our top 8. So we'll see you tomorrow morning. It should be kicking off at 10 a.m. Central. And we'll leave you with all of these crazy highlights from the day for the U.S. Army.